In our discussion for today, we are going to tackle about the easy step on balancing chemical equation. So, we are going to formally start our discussion. In today's discussion, we are going to discuss the easy steps on balancing a chemical equation. And to formally start our discussion, let's try this example. So we have blank Fe plus blank Cl2 yields to blank FeCl3. So the first thing that we need to do is to analyze the chemical equation and notice what are the elements involved. So we get Fe here, which is equal to 1. Then we have Cl here, which is equal to 2 based on the subscript or in the sub Cl2. So we get 2. On the other side, we get or we also have Fe, which is equal to 1. Then Cl, which is equal to 3 based on the subscript. So Fe and Fe is equal because they are both 1. However, Cl have 2 on left side and have 3 on right side. So what we do here is just simply multiply it to 2. So we get 6. So Cl now on right side got 6. However, on the left side got only 2. So and since Fe and Cl3 are in the same group, we just simply multiply 2 also on Fe. And now on the left side, just multiply 3 in order to get 6. So Cl is equal. However, Fe is not. So we multiply 2 here. So now we balance the equation. So Fe is 2, Fe is 2. Cl is 6, and Cl is 6. So our balanced chemical equation, after balancing it in an easy step, we get 2 Fe because we multiply 2 on Fe plus we multiply 3, so we get 3 Cl2. It yields to, so what we multiply on FeCl is 2. So it yields to 2 FeCl3. So that is our balanced chemical equation. Now, let's try this another chemical equation. We have blank FeBr3 plus H2SO4 yields to blank Fe2SO4 times 3 plus blank HBr. So, analyze first the chemical equation. So, the first element involved is Fe, and it is in the same group with Br3. So, Fe is only 1, and Br have 3 subscripts, so it should be 3. Then another element involved is H, which is equal to 2. Then S, which is equal to 1, and O, which is equal to 4. And on the right side, there is also element involved. The first element involved is Fe, which is equal to 2. Okay? And S, so if we multiply 3 on S and O4, we get S is equal to 3. Then in O4, we multiply it by 3, we get 12. So O has 12 value. Then we also have element H, which is equal to 1, and Br, which is equal to 1 also. So the first thing is just write on the left side, or just look on the left side. So Fe is equal to 1, and Fe on the right side is 2. So multiply it to 2, we get 2. Since Fe and Br3 is in the same group, we also need to multiply it by 2. So we get Br is equal to 6. So Fe on left and right side is now equal. However, Br on left and right side is not equal. So in order to equal Br, so multiply it to 6. So we get Br equals to 6 on the right side. But H and Br is on the same group. So we need to multiply it also to 6, the H. So we get H here as 6. But on the left side, we only have 2. So what we need to do is multiply it to 3 in order to get 6H. Okay, H6. But H2SO4 is in the same group. So we need to multiply also 3 on S and O, in O. So times 3 also. So let's have this value 3, and 4 times 3 is also 12, or now 12. So as you notice, the values are now equal on both left and right side. So we can write now the balance equation. So the balance equation is, since we multiply 2 on FEBR3, we have 2 FEBR3 plus, since we multiply 3 on H2SO4, so we have, okay, plus 3, okay, H2SO4. Then it yields 2. So we don't multiply anything on FeSO4. So we just simply write it as what we see on the equation. So Fe2, then SO4, then times 3. And we multiply 6 on HBr. So we get 6 HBr. So that is our final answer. So HBr. So that is our balance equation. So that's the balance equation for this problem. Now, let's try another chemical equation. So we have blank C2H4 plus blank O2 yields to blank CO2 plus blank H2O. So we have C is equal to 2 and H is equal to 4. Then we also have O is equal to 2. On the right side of the equation, we have C is equal to 1 and O is equal to, okay, let's write first it. So let's have O is equal to 2, then H is equal to 2, and O is equal to 1. So let's look on the left side. We have C is equal to 2, but on the right side we only have C is equal to 1. So let's multiply it to 2. So we get 2. But since C and O2 is in the same group, we also need to multiply 2 in O. So we get 4. So now let's look for the value of H, which is 4. Okay, but since H2O is in the same group, we also need to multiply 2. So we get O now is 2. So on the left side, we only have 2O. But on the right side, we have 6, because what we need to do is just simply multiply it by 3. So in order for us to get 6. Now we have the same values for the element involved in the chemical equation. So let's write the chemical or the balanced chemical equation. So we have C2H4 and we multiply 3 in O. So we have 3O2 yields 2. So we multiply 2 on CO2. We have 2CO2 Then we multiply 2 in H2O, so we have 2H2O. So that is our balance equation. Let's try this another example. So we have blank H2SiCl2 plus blank H2O yields to blank H8Si4O4 plus blank HCl. So we have H, which is equal to 2, then Si, which is equal to only 1, because there is a subscript, or there is no subscript, so there it is 1. Then we have Cl, which is equal to 2. Then we also have H again from H2O, which is equal to 2, and O, which is equal to 1. On the other side, or on the right side, we have H, which is equal to 8, then Si, so we have Si, which is equal to 4, and O, which is also equal to 4, then plus HCl, so we have H again, which is only equal to 1, and Cl, which is also equal to 1. So let's look on the left side. So we have H is equal to 2. So on the right side, we also have H, which is equal to 8. So what we need to do first? So let's think of a number that we are going to multiply in order to get the value. So let's multiply 4 on H. So we get 8. But since H2SiCl2 is in the same group, we also need to multiply it by 4. So 1 times 4 is equal to 4. Then Cl is 2 times 4 is equal to 8. So now we have this value, but it is not equal yet. So the next thing that we need to do is to think of an element that we are going to balance on both sides. So let's see for other values, or for other value. So we have Si, Cl, H, or O. So I noticed that Cl is only equal to 1. So let's multiply it to 8. So we get 8. So we balance it on the left side. But since it is on the same group, which is HCl, we also need to multiply H. So we get 8. So in total for H is 16, because on the right side. However, on the left side, we only have 10. So just multiply it by 4 in order to get also 8. So, but then times 4 also in O, so we get 4. So what we notice that all the elements involved is now equal, right? So we have H, which is 16 in total, then Si, which is 4 in total, Cl, which is 8, then O, which is 4. So we multiply 4 on H2SiCl2. So we get this equation. So for H2 SiCl2. Okay, let's erase it first. Let's rewrite it further, which is for H2SiCl2 plus, so what we multiply in H2O? The value we multiply for H2O is 4. So we have 4H2O. Then it will yields 2. So we don't multiply any number on H8Si4O4. So it remains as it is. So we have H8Si4O4. Then we multiply 8 on HCl. So we have 8HCl. So that is the value for our equation, or that is the balanced chemical equation for the problem. Now let's try this final problem. So we have blank HSiCl3 plus blank H2O yields to blank H10Si10O15 plus blank HCl. So that is the balanced chemical equation. So we have involved elements like H, which is equal to 1, Si, which is also equal to 1 because there is no subscript visible. Then we have Cl, which is equal to 3. Then from other group, which is H2O, we have H is equal to 2. Okay, we have H is equal to 2, and we have O, which is equal to 1. Then on the right side of the chemical equation, we have H, which is equal to 10, and Si, which is equal to 10. Then we have O, which is equal to 15. And on the other group on the right side is we have H, which is equal to 1, and Cl, which is equal to 1 also. So what we notice on the left side, we have H is equal to 1, and on the right side we have H is equal to 10. So let's multiply it to 10. So we get 1 times 10 is 10. Then since Si and Cl3 are in the same group, so we also multiply it to 10. So 10, then 3 times 10 now become 30. So let's look for other element involved in order for us to get a balanced equation. So let's multiply Cl, which is 30. So we get 1 times 30 is equal to 30. Then since HCl is in the same group, we also need to multiply 30 to H. So we get this equation. So what we notice is that H is also equal to 2 times 15. So we get 30. But H2O, so we need to also multiply 15 on O. So we get 1 times 15 is 15. Then what we notice, we get a balanced equation. We notice that all the elements involved in the chemical equation is balanced. So what we need to do next is just simply write the chemical equation. So we have 10 HSiCl3 because we multiply 10 on that equation, plus since we multiply 15, we write 15 H2O. Then it yields to, so what we yield, because we don't multiply anything to this equation, we write what we see on this equation. So we have H10 Si10 O15. Then we multiply 30 to HCl, so we have plus 30 plus 30 HCl. Therefore, that is the balanced chemical equation for this problem. This is our answer for the balanced chemical equation.